Yo, what's up boys, this is Oehu Fishy. Today I'm going to be showing all you guys my binds and settings in Fortnite. So I actually don't use 60 FPS, I use 237. I just like the way it feels. You can cap it in your game files. This is my colorblind. I'm actually colorblind, so just use what's best for you. And yeah, we'll just go through the rest of these settings. Alright, so this is my keyboard sense. I actually play keyboard a lot, so this is the God sense on keyboard. And obviously this is the God sense on controller. These are my binds on keyboard. I'll just go through them. Easy enough. And here are my controller binds. And yeah, that'll pretty much do it, boys. Peace.
What's going on, guys? It's Sticks here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my Fortnite settings along with my controller binds, and I'm just going to be explaining pretty much everything that I use, why I use it, and the reasons that I believe my settings are some of the best controller settings. Alright, so to start off, before I explain, everything about my controller settings and everything, I do use a Scuff Impact, which has 4 paddles on the back. So if you don't have one of those controllers, you can purchase a strike pack or something, or end up buying the Scuff, whatever you want. I really recommend the Scuff. I've been using it for a while. It hasn't broken on me in like 5 months. This new one that I've gotten, use it. And I know you can use code FISHY for 5% off, so do it. Regardless, I'm going to scroll through my settings real quick, and then once we get over to the controller binds, I'll just explain everything. So I actually end up using mouse and keyboard in competitive games because when I'm sitting in a box, and let's say it's a stack solo game, I need some search tags. I'm sitting in my box on keyboard and mouse, tagging from 200 meters plus because it's a lot easier. There's not really aim assist that far. So my targeting sense is really low. And then this is a comfortable X and Y that I found, just, barely playing keyboard and mouse, but enough to where I can get tags in a box and understand what I'm doing and stuff. All right, so here we are with my controller settings. Now, I do have a little bit of a lower sensitivity than a lot of the guys who, play creative or have just a higher build and edit sense. And the reason being is because when I switched over from Expo to linear, which is what I play right now, I never really had a build or edit sense. I always kept it on 1.0. And ever since I changed it to 2.1, 2.0, I'm really comfortable with it. And I really like it. I don't use auto run. I have sprint by default on with my controller, so it automatically sprints when I go. Obviously using Builder Pro with the lowest edit time. Vibration off, not a big fan of it. I'm pretty sure it causes, delay, some kind of input delay or something. I don't know, never used it, don't recommend it or anything, just not a fan. Going down to sensitivity, as I told you, my build and edit sense are 2.1, 2.0 with advanced options on, and my horizontal and vertical speeds are 45, 43. I don't have any boosts on. I have this at the lowest it can be with instant boost turned off. I don't really understand what those do. These are just the settings that I found to be really helpful for myself, and hopefully you guys can use it as well. And for the next, the ADS 11 and 13 is comfortable where I feel like I can still beam somebody out of the air if they shockwave, and I can still fry somebody in the open if they're running or whatever. I'm using linear, look dampening time all the way off, and my dead zone is 9.9. If you do experience drift, you might need to change your dead zone, but 9.9 is something that I don't know, I've just found comfortable with. It's the pressure on your stick or whatever it may be, and 9.9 is just what my brother told me to use, so I'm using it. Now for this, apparently having foot controller enabled helps with editing faster. I don't know if it's true or not, just heard a rumor, so I turned it on, and I kept this at 1% and the bottom one at 50%. And that's pretty much my controller settings, or the options. Now we'll go over to my binds real quick, and I'll just show you guys a brief explanation of what I use. All right, so here are my controller binds, and it's a little unordinary. I have right jump instead of paddle, left stick edit, which I really enjoy. I never wanted to do the middle button as edit just because I didn't want to claw it. It was kind of uncomfortable for me, and at the time I wasn't using paddles. All I had was a PS4 controller, so I ended up using left stick as edit. My circle is switch mode, which is on my back right paddle. My pickaxe is on another paddle, and then my crouch is also on another paddle. So anything that you see here are all on paddles. It's just a faster way to do it. Honestly, you don't have to take your fingers off the thumbsticks ever, and all of these are just, I think, normal. I'm not really sure, but I think they're normal. For build controls, my trap is a little weird. It's left on the D-pad. I do need to change it. I kind of want to change it to a paddle, but then I'd have to change it to square, but I'll figure that out later. Crush mode, still left stick edit, right stick jump, the usual. all on paddles and everything. For my edits, you leave this unbound just so you don't edit twice or whatever. I don't know the reason, but it's supposed to be unbound in these settings. Crouch and repair, you know, with the pickaxe. My reset is L1 and my confirm is L2. I keep both of those fingers on the controller at all times, so it makes it really quick and easy for me to do that. And then, as I said before, dead zone is 0.09, 0.09 for both. If you do experience, you know, any type of drift or anything, just make sure that you turn it up to whatever the drift is when it goes away. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's all my settings and controller binds explained for you. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And take it easy, guys.
Yo, what up, boys? It's OA Nico here, and today I'll be showing you guys all my settings for Fortnite. I keep my frames capped at 160 because I play on a 144 Hz monitor. I keep it at 160 instead of 144 for absolutely no reason. You can do what you want on 144 Hz. You don't really have to put it to 160. I keep my brightness at 65 because I like the way it looks when I play in game. And also, I don't use colorblind anymore after they switched the way the storm looks. I also keep all my graphics at the lowest one possible, just so I can get the best frames. And I'll just go through the rest of my settings. This is my keyboard sense. I play on 800 DPI. I usually switch my sense every season just to like keep me feeling fresh, but yeah, this is what I've been using for the past couple of months, and it's like really good. I don't play on controller, so I don't know. I also play on bass boosted audio, so this is like not all my sound settings. And here are my keyboard binds. I don't play on controller, so yeah. I'll see you guys later.
What's up, guys? It's Rokane here, and I'm gonna be showing you my settings today. So firstly, I'm gonna go with my video settings. I have full screen 1920 by 1080 with the 240 FPS. This is all relative to my monitor, so that's the standard settings. Moving on to my brightness settings. I know that a lot of people have different settings just because of their monitor settings. I went with the recommended monitor settings, and I have digital vibrance on. Now my brightness is at 100, and depending on the game, if it's on the night or day settings, I'll usually have pro nub for the day and tri nub for the night. It's just better overall like that, just because sometimes when it's nighttime it's way too dark, and sometimes when it's daytime it's way too bright. So I like to fluctuate between these two settings. Really, it's very good colorways. Moving on to my graphics quality, everything here is on low. It gives me the best max FPS performances. And one little tip, I'm not sure about how true this is, but 3D resolution being at 99 or lower gives you less input delay. So I like to keep mine down at a setting that I prefer. Now going on to my advanced settings, everything is off, show FPS on, and allow multi-thread rendering on, which is all normal settings. Alright, now my game settings. So I'm gonna be going through my movement settings. I have two that really stand out here that are really good. Now it's my toggle sprint and sprint by default on. Now with this on, you don't need to click any keybind to sprint. It auto sprints for you, which is very good because it's one less keybind that you need to press in game. Obviously you lose your walking option unless you have a keybind, but for me, I don't really care that much. That's why I don't have one. And also my auto open doors. If you don't have auto open doors on, I don't know what you're doing. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's very good, especially when people like me are on higher ping and you make less, you make more mistakes when you edit. I sometimes make doors, and it's just a lot easier when the door is open. Moving on to my combat settings, the only thing I have on in this is mark when danger when targeting, which is really good because I don't have to double tap. I can press it once, and that's basically it for this setting. Alright, moving on to my game UI, my HUD options. Now, firstly, I have my HUD scale at 80%. This is actually really good for me, at least, because I hate it when my HUD was way too big for my screen. I like to have more view of what's going on except for my HUD, because I don't think that I need to see much of it. Everything else is on except for creative runtime performance stats. Alright, now moving on to my sensitivity. So obviously sensitivity is just preferred and what's comfortable to each player, which is why I have this medium sensitivity really. It's not fast, it's not slow. It's both at 8% with 800 DPI with the G Pro wireless. I mean, I can't complain really. It's perfect for me really. It's comfortable. And I know a lot of good players that actually use this sense, so I can't complain. Now moving on to my targeting and scope sensitivity, both at 180S, which a lot of people might find strange, but again, I don't miss my long AR tags. You know, I get a lot of long range kills, so you know, it's whatever's comfortable for me. All right, now moving on to my keybinds. I'm gonna start out with the movement here. So obviously I have the double movement settings. I actually just took my left double movement off. It's usually caps lock. So I'm gonna preset that now. So it's caps lock in V for double movement, which I have not been getting used to be honest. So now my weapon slots, I have used as tab. And I also, if you see, I have mouse wheel down as a keybind. Now for this keybind, it's really good because when I scroll wheel down, I can pick up chest loot with 50-50ing. So anytime I 50-50, I don't have to spam my tab key. I can just mouse wheel down and I usually get the gun most of the time. So I think it's definitely necessary for you guys to have this as well. All right, now my harvesting tool is Z. My weapon slot 1 and 2 is Q and E. Obviously, this is not optimal at all. It's literally been like that since double pump. That's why it's Q and E. So I just have not changed it. I'm very unoptimal binds. Now moving on to my building binds. My wall and floor are both on my G Pro wireless. Mouse button 1 and 2. And then I have my floor as C and my cone as shift. Now, I think these are decent binds, to be honest. I've seen a lot of good players using these binds. So, you know, there's not really much to complain about as well. It gets the job done and it works for me. Moving forward, we have my building edit as F, and I have the mouse wheel up for scroll wheel reset. My communication, middle mouse button, and caps lock. And yeah, that's gonna be it.
Hey, what's up? I'm OAMPen. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys my Fortnite settings and keybinds. To start, I play on full screen, native res, 1920 by 1080, 240 FPS, 150% brightness to make sure it's never too dark in game. 95% 3D res. Pretty much everything here is all low just to make sure I can have the best FPS possible. Same with all the advanced graphics settings as well. DirectX 11. I have sprint by default on, which is something that pretty much everyone I know has on. It's a good feature. Same with hold to swap pickup. I think that's something huge. It makes sure you can swap guns if you get a better gun and you don't have a full loadout. It makes it way easier, just saves time. I also have edit on release, which I think is really personal preference, but I switched to it the day it came out, and I enjoy it a lot, honestly. Onto the keybinds, I have WASD, everything normal here. I have double movement binds, which help just kind of make it easier in box fighting and side jumping, just to make you have better movement, harder to hit. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for all my weapon slots, pretty normal stuff. Q, E, C, and mouse 5 for my wall through floor, stairs, and roof. Nothing too crazy. I don't have my emotes binded because it used to get me killed when I would be in a fight and accidentally hit it. I'd just start dancing sometimes, so I unbinded those. I don't have toggle harvesting tool. I know some people use that over pulling out their tool, like with 1 or something, but I just like pulling it out and putting it away with a different button. Everything here is pretty much just vehicles, nothing too important. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have my volume settings here, nothing too crazy. I have push to talk in case I'm talking in game, but I rarely have voice chat on. And my sensitivity for X and Y is both 10%. It's pretty normal sense. I think Benji uses it. And I have 100% targeting, 100% scope sensitivity, which is a little weird, but ever since I started playing the game, I've used it, and I just like the thought that, you know, no matter what, if I zoom in, it's the same sense as if I'm not zoomed in. It just makes it easier for me, honestly. But yeah, those are all my binds. Yeah, pretty much.